You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Pat Harvey, and here are your top stories. We're just hours away from rain in our region. It's going to be a wet weekend for many people, so grab your rain gear and umbrellas. LA County Public Works says it's preparing for the storms by patrolling roads, stormwater facilities, and recent burn areas. They're asking people to avoid walking or driving in high water. KCAL News meteorologist Evelyn Taft is tracking the storms in your next weather.
Temperatures staying cool, but more importantly, conditions getting soggy as we head to your Saturday. We're expecting the showers to roll in and last throughout the day, as we saw right there. As our futurecast takes us through the next few hours, overnight showers. Then by Saturday morning, that's tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m., we are expecting to see widespread rain. That rain stays with us throughout the day, especially for the basin, the coast, our inland valleys. Nothing too heavy, but Saturday night intensifies through Sunday. Now by Sunday, we're expecting the showers to let up just a little bit. By Sunday evening, still just showery and scattered, but overnight Sunday into Monday, we're expecting to see some of that heavy rain move through. The heaviest rain hitting Monday morning, and then things starting to let up a little bit later in the day on Monday through our Tuesday. Much drier conditions as we head into our Tuesday evening and our Wednesday as well. And coming up tonight on KCAL News at 8 p.m., we'll have your extended forecast for the rest of the week. I'll tell you, could even see some 70-degree readings.
Well, seconds.
And we have an abort call from SpaceX.
Seconds before SpaceX was set to send 22 Starlink internet satellites into orbit from Vandenberg Space Force Base tonight, it scrubbed the launch. The company hasn't confirmed why, but weather was reportedly a reason. The Monterey Park community is gathering tonight just days before the one-year mark of the mass shooting there. KCAL News reporter Lauren Posen shows us how they're healing after tragedy.
Sunday will mark a year since the tragedy in Monterey Park when 11 people were killed after a gunman opened fire inside of a ballroom dance studio. I'm Lauren Posen in Monterey Park tonight, where we're at a community meeting being held right behind me inside this auditorium. There's about 75 people inside, and the message really is about healing and taking a look at where everyone is on their healing journey now almost a year later. From the survivors to the community, because there was a big ripple effect when this mass shooting unfolded. You're also going to hear from two 8th graders and the app they've created because of what happened to make sure to notify their friends and family if a mass shooting is happening on their campus. We'll have this story for you tonight on KCAL News.
The search continues for a man who shot another man in Little Tokyo today. It happened at the Japanese Village Plaza Mall just before 3 p.m. The LAPD says the victim is in his 30s. Few details about the suspect, but we are told he was wearing a black hoodie with black pants and white shoes. It's also unclear right now what led up to the shooting. LA County deputies have arrested 7 people accused in robberies at 7-Eleven stores. The incidents happened over a 3-day period in Carson, Lakewood, Signal Hill, Long Beach, and Compton. Officials are looking to see if the same suspects are involved in other crimes. Actor Alec Baldwin has been indicted again in the deadly Rust movie set shooting from 2021. KCAL News reporter Tom Waite is working on that story tonight.
I'm Tom Waite in the newsroom. Alec Baldwin is now facing involuntary manslaughter charges once again in the case revolving around the death of Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer who was working on the film Rust with Baldwin when the gun went off that Baldwin was holding. The prosecutors in the case say that they are renewing the charges based in part on the fact that they did a forensic test on the prop gun that was used, and they say that the test shows that he did fire the gun. Baldwin, of course, says he did not fire the gun. He says that it went off. And now this case will go back into, the legal proceedings. This was a grand jury that indicted Baldwin, so we'll see how this all plays out. The attorneys for Baldwin say they will clear his name.
Well, for the first time in its history, LA Times journalists walked off the job today ahead of looming layoffs. The paper isn't the only company dealing with layoffs. Earlier, we spoke to an expert about the evolving job market and how employees can try to ensure job security.
I think big things right now is just look at the job that you're in and really develop yourself. So really network internally with your organization. Take on projects that you feel like you could really be supportive in, because at the end of the day, organizations are looking for talent. They're looking for people that want to develop themselves, take on projects, take on extra initiatives. You also want to be seen as an asset and not a liability.
This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back live at KCAL News at 8 o'clock right here on CBS News Los Angeles.